This is what happens when you mess with Bitcoin, when you mess with the crypto industry. There is another person that is in a high position of power that will, quote, not be renominated to her position. And this is why you don't fight Bitcoin. This is why you don't fight crypto. We'll talk about this along with some other news, including some ETF news. In a way, the Bitcoin ETFs just surpassed gold ETFs. We're going to be talking about that along with new ETFs that Eric Balchunas, who is the senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, is talking about. He expects 3 to 4 new cryptocurrency ETFs in the next year. So we'll be going through this. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. If you want to trade crypto, there's a link underneath the video to CoinW. This is one of the best places to trade. And of course, when you sign up with that link underneath the video, you get up to, not that one, you get up to 55 Sol. You can trade and earn up to 55 Solana for free, essentially, for trading on the platform. So definitely check that out underneath the video. I'll leave a link. Now, Bitcoin's price, a little bit volatile today, a little bit. We were pushing up, back up to maybe a new all-time high. We were sitting at 107.5. Of course, we hit a new all-time high earlier today, but we were pushing back to 107.5, then dumped down about $1,200. So there's going to be a little bit of volatility, but honestly, that's not too much in Bitcoin. We have gotten some crazy stats today, though. With the inflow from yesterday, IBIT is now the most successful ETF launch over the past 10 years out of approximately 2,850 ETFs. In other words, IBIT has more lifetime inflows than any ETF launched since 2014. They did this in just 11 months. Those are some crazy statistics. Eric Balchunas also says, yes, if you include all Bitcoin ETFs, spot, futures, levered, they have $130 billion versus $128 billion for gold ETFs. So they have surpassed, Bitcoin ETFs have surpassed gold ETFs. However, if you look just at spot, Bitcoin is $120 billion versus $125 billion for gold. Either way, though, it's an unreal amount of money in 11 months. Keep in mind, too, there was some money in Bitcoin ETFs before this because of BTCC. So I always put a little asterisk next to it, but still insane amounts of flows. And this is not the end of it. We're expecting more ETFs in the next year, according to Eric Balchunas. They're not going to come all at once, but first is likely Bitcoin and ETH combo ETFs, which would be kind of cool. If you could do, I don't know, an 80-20 ETF, there are definitely some people that would like that. Then probably Litecoin, HBAR, and then XRP/Solana. These have been labeled securities in pending lawsuits, but those lawsuits might be done in the next year. Breaking news: anti-Bitcoin SEC Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw will not be renominated to her position after Senate Banking Committee canceled vote, according to Fox. Eleanor Terrett. Crenshaw voted against the spot Bitcoin ETF. She was one of the, I believe it was 2 votes. We actually had Gary Gensler vote for the Bitcoin ETFs, and she, Caroline Crenshaw, voted against them. This is what happens when you mess with the crypto industry. This is what happens when you mess with Bitcoin. I think it's becoming very clear with Gary Gensler stepping down, with Caroline Crenshaw, with a number of other people in very high positions of power that were anti-crypto, stepping down, being forced out, that you do not mess with Bitcoin. You do not mess with crypto anymore. And there could be various reasons for this, but one of the biggest reasons, the crypto industry has donated a lot of money to politicians to help them. And to be clear, I think a lot of this money has come from good actors within the crypto space within America. So you do not want to fight Bitcoiners. You don't want to fight the crypto industry. And the problem with fighting it is maybe you win a little bit, like they did over the last few years. And then other people around you figure out, why are we fighting them when we could just embrace them and we'll make a ton of money? I mean, that's what's happened with BlackRock, Fidelity, all these ETFs. They've made, they're getting inflows of $500 million a day. I mean, think about the fees of that. $500 million into the ETFs, let's say it's a 0.5% fee or something like that. That's $2.5 million of reoccurring revenue every single day that this happens, and the fact is the price keeps on going up, so their AUM is ballooning like crazy. Like, the thing is, you don't want to fight this. The people that are lobbying are getting richer every single day. Keep that in mind too. Like Bitcoin, BTC price. Over the last year, Bitcoin's up 150%. That means every single Bitcoiner, every single crypto investor that had some bag a year ago, that bag is worth 157% more. The companies are probably worth 2 to 10x more, right? A lot of the lobbyists are, very wealthy crypto investors and business owners. They're worth 2 to 10 times more this year than they were last year. And this is because of, well, one of the reasons is the change in politics, it seems. There are other reasons too, but the fact is these people will continue to lobby harder and harder. Do you want to be pushing back against the fastest growing, or one of the fastest growing, one of the most wealthy asset classes in the world? No, you don't. You embrace it. You try to foster it at this point. It's like trying to face the internet and pushing it down and then suing all the companies that were good actors in the internet boom, right? Imagine they just start suing Amazon and Google and Facebook for billions of dollars, saying and telling them that there are regulations that they're not fulfilling, or they're not working with, but then not giving them clear ideas for what that legislation is, right? That would be crazy. Think about the wealth detriment that would have happened, right? We would have lost out on multi-trillion-dollar companies, and they would go somewhere else, right? So yeah, there's no point in fighting Bitcoin or crypto anymore, which means we're going to get more and more pro-crypto laws. We're more and more likely to see some solid regulation that's actually beneficial to the crypto industry. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to actually be protected, but also still have some ability to like do certain things that we can't do now? Wouldn't that be nice if there were clear guidelines, if there was actually some nice protection set up? I think that would be good, right? Especially if the companies that are actually good actors got some kind of idea for what they can and can't do that is actually just. So I think we're going to continue to see that. There are going to be a lot of countries that offer incentives to crypto holders, Bitcoiners, once they start trying to get their hands on some Bitcoin and realize there's not a lot to go around. We'll have to wait to see the Bitcoin inflows for today, but most likely another $200 to $700 million bought. We also got news that Donald Trump met with Crypto.com CEO Chris Marszalek. They reportedly discussed the National Bitcoin Reserve proposal and potential crypto-related administration roles. So I don't follow Crypto.com too much or their CEO, but more and more CEOs are meeting with Donald Trump. Obviously, this is extremely bullish for crypto, and it seems like we're going to get a Bitcoin reserve, maybe day one. That's what we're hearing at least. Be on the lookout. In a few hours, we're going to get a new Bitcoin paper that is supposed to make you rethink all your models. So be on the lookout for that. I'll make a video at some point about it. Again, if you want to trade crypto, there's a link to CoinW underneath the video. I actually just opened a position today and added to another position as well on XRP because it looked pretty bullish. But yeah, Bitcoin taking a little bit of a cool down. I mean, literally just a few percent, a few hours after it hits all-time highs. So nothing to worry about by any means. I think we're looking extremely bullish. Again, if you want to trade, there's this link to CoinW underneath the video. Make sure you understand the risks of leverage trading and using centralized exchanges. Read their terms and conditions. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.